session we are going to learn about constraints in SQL. There are generally 4 types of constraints: unique, primary key, default and check. One more constraint that can be used is a foreign key, and how to use it in today's session we are going to look through practical. See, for unique, what is the main funda is, if we are creating an attribute in a table and giving it a unique constraint, it means, suppose you are creating name, it means that no two names can be same. If you have kept any name as Amit, you cannot keep any other name by the same name Amit. Let's see how do we create a table using unique. Create table. For E code, I am going to keep here a primary key. What is a primary key? Actually, it is like unique. No two values can be same. At the same time, primary key is used to uniquely identify your data. Like E code should be unique for each and every employee. And primary key cannot be null also. One thing more, primary key can be kept only on one attribute of a table, but unique key can be kept for several attributes of a table. Now here in E name I am writing as, for E name I will be writing unique. Then I want to keep a default constraint. For example, if I am keeping gender, if nobody enters a gender, it will be considered to be male. Then if suppose I am keeping salary, so there I can use a check constraint that the salary should not be less than 10,000. It can be between 10,000 and 50,000. So I am writing as salary, integer, check. In primary key, by mistake L was not having 2 L's. So you can see what I am doing. I am actually using an up arrow key to repeat those commands, right? And here with down arrow key I came, so I got this. I'll put null. With up arrow key I am repeating it. Check constraint, again there is a spelling mistake. Salary ka A is missing. Now the table has been created. So if I am inserting a record into it, since I have got all the 4 constraints given in my table, and I am writing insert into EMP suppose here the salary that I am giving is 8,000. So check constraint has been violated because the salary is not in the range of 10,000 and 50,000. 8,000 is less than 10,000, so it's giving me a check constraint. It will not insert the record till I make the corrections into it. If I make it 18,000, definitely it will be put into the table. So one row has been created. Now if again another which I am entering, by mistake I am keeping 101 only, and the name that I am keeping is Sumit. Unique constraint has been violated. Why? Because unique does not allow this 101 again to be put. Right? So I'll have to keep it as 102. It's actually the primary key that has been violated, but primary key, as I told you, behaves like unique key. So it will give you that unique constraint violated. And if suppose I am inserting a record where I do not know the gender of that particular person, so I'll be entering here e-code, e-name and salary. It's saying one row inserted. Let's see what gender has been kept for it. The gender automatically has been put as male because in default constraint we have already given male. So all the 4 constraints are working fine. Now let's see about foreign key. In foreign key, suppose this is the original table which is having one primary key. Now I am creating a next table in which I am going to keep the various details of that employee, and I want to take this primary key E code into that table as a foreign key. So how will I use it? Here serial number will be a primary key in this table. And E number that I am keeping here will be a foreign key of that E code. So the keyword that we are going to use here is references, and the table that I am taking from is EMP3. I have to tell कि वहाँ का जो E code है that becomes a foreign key here. Now if I am inserting something here, so it's giving an error, integrity constraint violated. Why? Because in the previous table of EMP3 I have given only 101, 102 and 103. Here I am trying to insert 104 as an E code which is not there in the original table. So integrity constraint will be violated. But if I keep here 103, so one row will be created. While creating the table, we can also write on delete cascade. What will happen is that if you are deleting any record from the parent table, automatically this record will be deleted from the child table related to that record. Now if suppose if I want to add some constraints which are not in my table and I forgot while creating a table, and a new attribute also I want to add, then in that case alter table will come to rescue and help us to do these things. So let's see if suppose we want to add suppose we are going to add a bonus as an attribute in this details table which we have created, and we want to keep a check constraint in it. So we can say now it has been created. Actually it takes a lot of time when you are outside the table. After creating the table, if you want to create something new, so alter table details, you are adding a new attribute bonus integer, and then with check constraint we are giving your details that the bonus should not be between 1 and 50. Suppose any of the constraints that you have created in your table, you want to disable them. So alter table, your table name, and a disable keyword will be used where you can give the constraint name to be disabled. Now comes dropping a table. Suppose one of the columns that we have inserted, like bonus we have inserted here, I don't want. I want to remove it completely. See, if I am writing a describe and details, I am getting a bonus. I don't want it. So I want to drop it off. I can write here alter table details, drop column. What is the column name? Bonus. So if I describe it again, I am not getting a bonus. It has been deleted completely. We can drop multiple columns also. Like we can write alter table details and we can write bonus comma address. Both of them will be deleted from the table. So this way we have learned how to add a new attribute with a new constraint if you have forgotten that in the table. But if you are creating a table and you know that you want to keep all the 4 constraints, you can put all the 4 constraints. And if you feel that I want to keep a foreign key, you have a primary key in one table and another key you can keep it as a foreign key by using references keyword. So this way we have finished with this chapter, and we'll meet in the next session. Thank you.